Okay, Martina, welcome to your online lesson. So we identified in the assessment that one of the key areas you struggle with is your pitching over bunkers. So this is the key focus we had today. Firstly, as we look at this shot here, you've used a pitching wedge and you've de-lofted the club. Okay, so pitching wedge has got approximately 45 degrees of angle on it, and then you've also taken another 20 or so degrees off it. So there's only about 35 degrees for this club to leave the face at, and if you look at the bunker in front on the right, that's just not really going to be enough loft for it to stop next to that pin. So even if you hit a good shot, you're going to struggle. Okay. The next thing is, because you've got that less loft, it's actually going to go further as well. So when you do your swing, which is a little bit too long and a little bit too fast, you're then subconsciously forced to slow down your swing at impact and shorten it, and that really compromises your strike. The final thing is that your concept is almost that there's not enough loft on the club and that you need to lean back and help it in the air. So this is your swing on the left-hand side. As you'll see as we go through it, okay, you've got a nice long swing on the way back, but on the way down, you lean back to try and lift it into the air, and then you have to stop. Your hands barely get past your left pocket, and the club stops there. So what would happen in an instance there is, if you're slightly off, your club is going to arc up and you're going to top it and you're going to thin it into the bunker, which is the shot that you get. So as you can see here, as you're coming down, your body's saying, or your brain's saying, that you need to get behind the ball, you need to lift it up, and you're arcing back trying to add loft because there's not enough loft on there. Now, if your timing's okay, you can lift it in the air, but as we saw, it was going to go too far, it's going to roll past the hole anyway. If we look at it from the down the line view, okay, you close the face a little bit there as well, which takes off a bit more loft, leaning back, and that one popped up reasonably high as we see, but it still rolled off the back of the green, so even for a good shot, it got us in a bad position. Okay, and if you arc up or lean back a little bit too much, you're going to thin it into that bunker. The key changes that we made then were for you to be a lot more centered in your setup, so the ball position's in the center, and try not to have any shaft lean, only a slight bit. So you can see you've still got probably a bit too much shaft lean there, but that's fine. We also looked at using a sand wedge or your lob wedge, so you're getting extra loft for free. And then we wanted to focus not on trying to lift the ball up behind, but actually trying to turn your weight through and having a longer follow through. The key focus here was to have a shorter backswing, okay, and slow down the tempo, about half the length back and half the speed on the way through, and make sure you turn through to the target like we saw Luke Donald. So here you are in slow motion. You make a much better turn on the way through. Okay, still a little bit long perhaps. You turn the body through, striking down on the ball there nicely, not trying to lift it up, and you get through to a really nice follow through. And believe it, for that length of swing you made there, the ball only went 20 yards or so, so that's really good. For me, a player that can make a longer swing, and make the ball go a shorter distance and higher, that makes a really good picture of the ball. So as you can see here in real time, this is your speed. Okay, certainly slowed down from where you were before, but that will be your key focus, working on the speed of the swing, the tempo there. Going through nicely. Well done today. Go away and get some stats on your long game in terms of your consistency of shots and how it feels in terms of your tempo on good shots, and we'll go from there.